Hello and welcome back to Civ 7. We are continuing on our wonderful little campaign today as we try to build a great big old wall between us and everybody else, cutting our continent in half and seeing what kind of trouble we can get up to. When we last left off yesterday, we played for, boy, a long time. We went through a chaotic first age where things were going pretty well until the crisis, and then the crisis hit and we lost a whole bunch of cities.
The Ming will seize the mandate of heaven and lead the people into
We're now into the age of exploration, the second age of the game. And it's going well. Right now, we have a lot of knights on our western border. We have to deal with an insane amount of cavalry that's sort of smashing up against the wall. But the plan is going to be push them out, get the peace, continue building the Great Wall, finish building the Great Wall, and then focus on Isabella, get rid of Madrid, incorporate Madrid, and then colonies. I don't really want any more of the actual island we're on. But if we can start setting up colonies on the little islands out to the east that we've started to explore, we might absolutely have to do that. So we'll get to explore the Ming Great Wall today and onwards and upwards. The thought is Canada becomes a state. All Canadians become U.S. citizens, meaning that someone born in the former country of Canada could one day become president of the U.S. That wouldn't go down so well. I mean, I think the big thing that they keep forgetting about the if Canada becomes a state is that we would get so many seats that the Republicans would never get into power again. Because relatively, we are, much more Democratic leaning than the Republicans are. So we have a lot of very wounded units on our front line trying to rest. My army commander here is all by his little old lonesome. Which don't feel so good to me. I think I'm going to have to move that knight into here. Those infantry into the city. These guys are resting. These guys are resting. These guys are holding up. Can I get rid of them? I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose both units here. Like, if he attacks me... this army commander currently gives first strike, right? +5 combat strength when at full health. Infantry and cavalry have first strike. So I'm actually kind of wondering, should I move this army commander up so that this guy gets first strike against that knight? And I think that seems somewhat reasonable. So we might have to do that. A great wall without a cav-focused nation to keep out is no great wall at all. I mean, Songhai over here is literally doing nothing but fielding knights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knights on our borders. There's a couple of gold Bengal infantry to the south, but they are less of the immediate concern. So I would say that we still have quite a bit of cavalry to push out. Oh man, there are so many units still to deal with. I don't know if it's better keeping these wounded infantry here or trying to kill them, because if I kill them, these fresh cavalry are going to move in. But I do have some city defenses there at least, so... We're gonna have to probably move the Trebors because they don't got no line of sight no more. Suddenly love the idea of Canada joining the States, right? Find it amusing that the left-leaning party of the US is called the Democrats. So are the right are against the Democrats, which is a word that just means democracy. It's a very confusing naming concept. I mean, in Canada, it's like we have the conservatives and the liberals, and they're neither very conservative nor very liberal. So it gets to be a bit chaotic. Part of me is wondering about expanding these walls out to more districts up here. The other part of me is just like, well, what if I just made more knights? Made more Zunling Shangs? Which is probably the right answer. A great question is actually, how much do they cost to buy? 560. Ooh. My missionary has converted the city here, and I think is going to continue on to other towns. My missionary here looks like he's done half the converting. All of the converting. Army commander has a second wind. That'd probably be pretty good. I actually have a question here, which is... these guys do 35 range. These guys also do 35 ranged. Okay, and my second wind ability just triggered on myself? So I guess I won't be doing that? Christy, hello. This looks fun. Overwhelming. What's a beginner game level similar to this? I mean, I think Civ is kind of the beginner game for Civ players. You just have to start small and then you grow and you blow up over time. Era is pretty beginner friendly because you start with a lot less cities. But honestly, even in this new Civ, you also are starting with less cities at the beginning. Sorry, I feel like the music is really loud this morning. Different tracks at different levels. Wow, this city is 32. Maybe I should move my capital. I did lose a crossbow up here. But find it funny, the US alien doesn't automatically mean extraterrestrial like it does elsewhere, right? Don't like that the characters are in the top right. I mean, there's a lot of weird UI stuff that definitely needs some improvements. They have come out and said that they are fixing the UI as top priority right now. It's already been openly addressed as like, this is number one top primo problem. So we should start seeing some updates to that sooner than later, I suspect. Choo 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 choo. If I... Oh, we got the gold bangles coming in here now too. Man, this +5 warrior queen of Zazu is not great. This city doesn't have walls at the moment. I am just now realizing. There is actually a pretty strong chance that I get kicked out of here. And I really wish we could give her money or something. Anything else. We can keep supporting ourselves in the war. But that's about it, so. Hey, Musley, how are you? How was the game? It's good. It has a couple of things that need to get kind of like fixed out in patches. Just a bit of balance, a bit of weird bugs. And obviously, like, the big complaint is the UI is a bit of a mess right now. But that's all been openly said that the developers are going to be addressing. So, in general, I've been enjoying it. I'm about 10 hours in. This city is doing bad on money, but happiness is actually up decently high here. So if we threw a specialist in, it wouldn't be the worst idea anymore. We get a bunch of bonus science every time we build a specialist, which is something I forgot about. Confucius is it's like his special ability. So I've been thinking it might be wise for us to do that a little bit more. You get a bunch of food. I think we're just going to keep pumping out missionaries all the live long day. And dare I say, let's start going in other directions here with them as well. I can have you build fortifications, and that's about it. I'm curious, if I use this ability, does the knight still heal? Oh, it automatically creates the fortifications. Well. And doesn't take his turn. Curious. We are quite a bit wounded here. So actually spending the turn to heal would be nice. Man, and truth be told, I think we might actually have to buy some more troops to come in here. I'm pretty worried about us getting run down at the moment, so let's just grab another one of these dudes. And we might as well just have him build some fortifications right now. I might have to move him off the wall for a little bit, so. Civ 6, they added leaders in the top right, having their yielded numbers under them. Yeah, I mean, it's still the case that, you know, you don't get the information unless you kind of hover over it, but I wouldn't mind this just like being smaller. Some sort of UI scale would be nice. The game is clearly designed at the moment for like mobile and not mobile, but things like Switch, handheld games, the Steam Deck. And it seems like they're very much doing that. Like, it doesn't actually take a lot to run. I don't know what the minimum specs are, but I've noticed like it didn't really pull a lot of resources playing it yesterday, which was a bit of a surprise. All right, we're back to a majority here. Confucianism is strong. So let's keep sending those missionaries out. I got a feeling this is going to be an ugly, ugly round right now for us. Yeah, I'm going to lose Chalkis. Ooh, buddy. Oh my god, and this is our main river. Oh, all my boats. Damage in the area is severe. Oh, I guess the fishing boats stay, but my fishing key got busted up pretty bad. So did my grist mill. All right, this is okay. We can bounce back here. But we got to do some temporary tactical retreat, I think. You're still not willing to take peace at all, even with your city back. I'm going to have to cede some of these fortifications. I think I could kill off this knight, but I think it would cost me my own knight to do it. And having them camp out and heal is still probably optimum idea. So I might just leave this knight here for right now. Let them heal, let them heal, let them heal. This guy's coming down here. We have another one coming in 2 turns. You guys are all healing. We lost a knight. I lost 2 knights in that section. Woof. And it looks like maybe I can't preach with a missionary in enemy territory. Like if I'm hostile with them, I don't know that I can actively preach. Confucianism is Confucian fusing to you. Do units stack? So they don't stack, but what you can do is you have army commanders now. And so army commanders can like slurp up everybody around them in their command radius. So you can stack everybody on the army commander, and then you can move and you can spit them out elsewhere. I can't believe we lost Chalkis, even temporarily. I'm gonna keep building our Great Wall. A 10,000 long wall. Ming was powerful before the Great Wall rose, but no representation could convey the true authority. Now a wondrous construction stands, drawn of mountain stone and the dirt of earth. A demonstration of the power to draw beauty from nothing. I'm gonna take this money because I can use that money to build more walls. And that's where I am now. Low key, I kind of feel like putting one there, but let's keep the plan for right now. I don't know how it's going to go over that, so this is all Ming Great Wall versus this, which is just regular Great Wall. Doesn't really look any different, TBH. But I like this. They add like little fire pits as it extends. There's flags on the end and fire pits in the middle. We got a little of the center wall. Oh, man. It's going to be a good wall. Can you fight as a stack? No. No. You do get the bonuses from the commander for people who are around him. But they have to be unstacked to do it. God, there's so many units. I will do this if you give me Chalkis. She says no. But interesting that she is willing to get out of the war now. The first of the Mina treasure fleets have reached their ports safely. This is a step down the treasure fleet legacy path. If we hope to succeed, we must establish our own distant settlements. Cool. You guys need to heal. Actually, you know what? Let's swap them out. Then these guys can heal in town. And these crossbows can actually be used for things. Such as focus firing this guy. I hate this glitch. How did you take damage? Don't make sense. God damn it. Don't make no sense at all. This will kill him. Let's do that. And actually, you know what here? I could slurp my trebuchet. and move him there next round. Potentially. Something to think about. This war has been brutal. We have full knights down there as well. Got little missionaries running all over the place. I'm confused about... Oh, I need a rural tile. Like this? Yeah, like that. It's interesting how the religion works in both urban and rural and clearly affects each other. Like it will spread in between the two. Oh, good grief, man. These gold bangle. They're chewing through my guys.
One knows. The king established all his knights, gave them lands, and charged them to give mercy.
Okay, that inn's going to be useful. +3 combat strength for fortified districts. +1 charge for missionaries. Okay, I am thinking we swap out a few things here right now. Probably these two influence ones. Take that and take evangelism. We are doing a lot of fortifications, so +3 combat strength is good there, and I'm doing a ton of missionaries at the moment. So that all makes sort of sense to me. I need to work to education, which means I do need guilds. We get a new belief. An enhancer belief. Ooh. Make it easier to spread my religion. Wow, a lot of these have been taken already. Conquered settlements are converted to your religion when a trade route is established. Wow, all of the good ones of these have been taken already. Units gain 5 combat strength in friendly settlements that follow this religion. Oof. Missionaries receive +1 charge. That's huge. When a trade route is established to a settlement, it's converted to your religion. I guess this would help me overseas when we start doing trade with Lafayette. +1 relic for the first time. Conversion of another civ settlement in a distant land that's not a city-state. I mean, the other shot is I just get more relic slots. Maybe I should just do more relic slots. The Reformation. Convert target settlements to founded religion. Religious orders. 15% culture and happiness in your own cities that are converted to your religion. Or gold and science to your own cities. I mean, both of those are pretty useful. Bonuses on constructing wonders. I'm not really doing a lot of exploration right now, so civics are not exactly our strong point. +1 science for every resource assigned to the city becomes +2 in cities other than your capital. This unlocks the foreign city, forbidden city. +2 science on gold buildings and +2 gold on science buildings. Okay. That's actually not a bad idea. I like taking our natural, like our culture civics. Something about that I like a lot. Man, and I honestly, I think I just have to keep pumping out more of these dweebs. They seem to be the only way forward. I don't know what's going on here. This guy is meant to be healing. It's like he's not healing at all. He's not in a rest state either, so I'm really confused. Hi, yeah. I'm going to lose all these fortifications, and then they are going to have all these fortifications. I have the catapult here still. Let's kill who we can, I guess. Poor army commander's still trying to heal. That guy's still trying to heal. Well, okay, so we can spread. We just have to spread to... Maybe it's just if they have walls, we can't spread within the walls. This, I suspect, is a holy city. So why don't we spread to our surprise city that we got down here? Great works have been added into the palace. Oh, and we have a Buddha. 2 culture and 2 happiness. Almost certainly that's better off in Athens, where we have like 44 culture. And are just producing nonstop missionaries. There's a tornado down this way. There's an eruption over there. I lost another knight. That knight's gone down. They have more and more units coming up here. So it looks like we healed 20 in the city and 15 outside of it. This is outrageous. Get rid of them. The trebuchet, I am inclined to say, add back into my army. What are you building over here? Nothing currently. Fantastic. You're going to start pumping out knights. He's going to get overrun here on the Great Wall. It is possible I could get him to get a fortification, but again, I don't think he's going to live. So part of me is like, well, I'm better off giving this guy an extra shot to see if maybe he can rip apart some of these other guys that are trying to get in here. I guess let's go for those cavalry. outrageous. Oh. This is a new independent state. Murrajambi. So yeah, I guess independent states do just start forming over time. So we'll just move some missionaries down if that's the case. You're going to start converting stuff. We're doing a fairly good job at converting the entire island that we're on. And I do feel like if we can win the religious war, then with the Great Wall, we should be able to solve any further problems. The greatest wall, that is. Boop. And boop. This place still says no, so let's try to get over there and swap some stuff out. And then you're dead. Yeah. No, still alive. 31. My God. Holding in by the skin of his teeth. Great. That buys me a little bit of room to breathe. He's gone that way for whatever reason. I'm going to make the greedy play here of buying another unit. The good commander, you know what? Get those fortifications up. I'm curious if he's max. Okay, so level 10 is not the max. You can keep leveling them up. Honestly, I'm really starting to wonder about bringing this other army commander across. I wanted to keep him down here in case things got really bad, but I feel like things are already really bad on this front, so. Convert. Convert. Push these dweebs out of there. Endless. Absolutely endless supplies. I'm going to let you shoot instead of healing, which is probably a mistake. But I just want to start moving people up. That guy's toast. Kind of the computer to be a bit of a dummy. Oh, Dijonnet is a holy city, which actually means that Wasset is not. So I should be able to convert this, which is great news. You can start moving over here and do a little conversion. This place is getting attacked and they're burning down all the silk roads, which is causing me to lose a bunch of silk, which I don't love, but I like it as a mechanic. For the urbanism there. That guy goes down. Yeah. In the wake of a recent disaster, wealthy merchants still have an eye on their profits. Several are petitioning for relief from taxes, claiming special circumstances. I'm gonna take the money. Because more money right now means more units. And right now, more units are kind of everything. I mean, I guess move you into that fortification. Start picking away at a few other people. You're going to move down here. I'm going to keep buffing myself on this war. Every +1 makes a difference right now, so it's really a bit of a war of grind down and attrition. The good news is I feel like we are succeeding in grinding them down. Surely, but steadily. Ouch. Now, part of me is like, do I just kill this commander? Okay, let's have you shoot there. There are gold bangles in that spot. So I actually think fixing those fortifications is maybe the way to go. And then I'd like to get this siege engine down, but it's got to go here, so we're going to have to just keep moving at the rate we're moving. We got a few more troops coming in. A few more missionaries. Valuable trade down here in the Norman Empire. Might be worth exploring a little bit. It keeps like sneaking missionaries into my back lines. More Confucianism. Okay, so we have a wounded knight and a single gold bangle. Dare I say this is progress. This is workable progress. You're going to add into that army. Kind of feel like I should have just killed that commander. Maybe I still can. Okay, that commander is dead. That's fantastic. You get to move in here. You get to move in here. You can spit out this trebuchet. And start moving forward. And then what I'll do is I'll probably schlorp him up and replace him with the wounded guy. Hey, that's progress. That's a good step forward. Putting a specialist in this dock will grant us a bunch of good benefits at the cost of only 2 happiness. And this commander is getting his levels on and on and on. +3 combat strength from fortifications. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. We've been fighting in fortifications here pretty much nonstop. I have lots of movement. I could actually just barf that guy out here, and then he can heal. Go fix up a little of that religion, and then we'll move on down to that religion. All right, I'm convinced Chalkis is ours. Again. The real question is, how long will it be for us to hold it? Oh, you can't enter this city. But you can spread to the rural populations. I like this fact, you know, if you have city walls, you can't convert the urban population, but if you have enough missionaries, you can still convert the rural population, and that will sort of seep in to the city if they're not defending effectively against it.
The master and apprentice love the master in different ways.
There's our guilds. A guild for all. Disgruntled merchants share water and bemoan their aching feet as they rest from the road. The guild hall seems to grow further and further away from the bigger the settlement expands. If only there was a guild hall in every city to save the travel. Then again, that would also mean a guild in every city with the hierarchies and power struggles attending. +4 gold on guild hall in my capital, or +2 on all guild halls. Yeah, I built 2 guild halls and that equals itself out. 3 and I benefit dramatically. Okay. You're going to come here. You're going to come here. You're going to come here. You're going to shoot the city. You're going to shoot the city. You're going to shoot this general. And in fact, I'm going to just kill that general. Oh, so close. Finally, we can pick up education. Man, we are just like so behind on science. Which does feel a little bit like unsurprising. We have a bazaar here. We can also throw in the guild hall. It's a great spot for it. This is a good gold city. Gold and culture. I don't think I need to keep building knights with you. So the question is there a good spot for a guild hall? Yes. It would build over the market. I have bonuses to build over currently. There's also a part of me that I'm like, well, the bazaar hasn't been built. The production on this stonecutter is really good. My production kind of sucks, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I just build over this mine. And convert it to an urban district. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that makes the most choice for me. And then I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to lap another specialist in here for the bonuses. Let them go a bit nuts. You can chill for a second there. This knight is going to come over across the bridge. You're going to spread our religion. 3 fresh knights. My God, man. This guy is producing an insufferable number of units. Kill him. Still think that breaking those city walls is probably the right choice. I'm like wondering about building fortifications in this forest at the moment. These guys are still healing up there, so I don't really want to have to move them out. I could fall back with them, but then my siege engine is sort of on the front line. I could do that and build fortifications with all their movement, which is maybe the right choice. Then I can give this guy a second shot, and we can move up those knights. All my Diplo actions with Lafayette are finished. Yeah, you're still rejecting this deal. Okay. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Another one of my units overrun. I gotta move this trebuchet out again. Yeah. For right now. I don't really have a choice. I can move in there and take that, or I could just shoot them and take it. Hey, here's my other general, at least. Nice to have him showing up. And we still have some more troops sort of on their way. Place specialist. 4 specialists I need for this victory path right now. In urban districts outside of your city centers. Oh, okay. So the last specialist we placed was actually in our city center. Ouch. This is a flood down by my southern city. One that doesn't really affect us too bad. Thankfully, damage appears to be light. At some point, I'm going to have to stop pumping out missionaries. But I really can't promise when that's going to be. Feels a little bit like never. God, I accidentally moved my army general there instead, but you know what? That's not the worst. I'm going to let these guys just go on alert right now. These knights can move in here and fail to push them out. I guess those crossbowmen can build fortifications if that's the case. This army commander can also probably build fortifications. I might not have my Great Wall, but I do have a lot of fortifications. Sawpit, Granary, Brickyard, Inn, Gristmill, Temple, Tomb. I'm low-key thinking about burning this city down so I can rebuild it. It's such a stubborn idea. But I'm not sure how to get our wall otherwise. These cavalry do crazy damage. 44 versus 18. It feels outrageous to me. All right, we're just down to the Bengals. Which we can do pretty heavy damage to, but a new civilization. Wow, I never thought we'd meet another person. I actually didn't even realize there were more people. Awesome. Let's send him a farmer's market. He supports it, which is great. Athens gets a specialist. Let's put it outside the city center. So that we can start triggering our legacy path of enlightenment. You recently just built a stone cutter so that we could get a little bit more production. My happiness is below 10. I'd like to keep happiness above 10, considering how badly that age went for us last time. So each coastal terrain, for each river, for each wonder. I mean, if we build here, we get the bonuses from specialists in culture and science. So I guess let's just do that. These dweebs can start moving up as much as they can. You need to hit rural population here. Okay, Serta is flipped.
Rituals guide the people. Law codes restrain the wayward.
+2 science gold on gold buildings and +2 gold on science buildings. I'm at 114 with that. What will this give us? 112. That was a bad choice. Can I swap that again? Confucius wants to be a diplomat to follow Da Ming Lu when imposing law, would he not? Yet the line between government and faith is often precarious and hard to find. +1 tradition slot. +1 for all cultures following your religion. Ooh. I'm going to take that because I feel like boosting our culture would be good. We're doing pretty good on science, relatively, except compared to the New World. The other world. We're not so great on culture. We're mediocre on happiness. We're pretty bad on money at the moment. But we are good on influence as well. And we have a pretty killer military at the moment. Now, this guy is trying to fortify. So I need to get rid of him. I'm going to do a coordinated attack so they all get +2. I don't understand. So my infantry units don't move in that situation. We've retaken Chalkis again. We're going to keep it. It goes back into another 15 turns of unrest, which is low-key kind of infuriating. We'll grab our last Ming Civic. Mostly because Athens is not my capital, but it is full of stuff. +3 happiness, +3 production. I suppose. Why not? And I'm going to start moving people in a little bit more here. See if I can secure my border against Wasset a bit better. Maybe. If we're lucky. Knights, knights, knights. Still less knights than we've been fighting, but... Get rid of them. This other army commander gains a promotion. Leadership is just based on the commander himself defending. On a district, complete fortifications. I'm going to go hold the line with him. And then that army commander can go here. We can shoot a bunch of them. Ivan Batuta is denouncing us. I'm willing to accept that because I do kind of want to go to war with him for them getting my city back. I'm going to let him fortify so that I have a fallback point, but also so that he can start healing. Handan has become Taoist. Okay. Where are all these cavalry coming from? We're going to take a gold. We're going to get another policy slot. Dude, I can't even focus on naval stuff because I'm so stuck in just a perpetual loop of dealing with all this. Part of me is wondering about building something like an armorer. Just to get a little extra production here so that I could build missionaries faster. I guess a sawmill would maybe make some sense. Replace that mine. I need to keep adding specialists. I'm a bit wary about my happiness here. You want to reach the bottom of the commander level trees because that unlocks the upgrades at the bottom, which are really strong. That is true. True. A very good point, actually. Just going to go with a woodcutter here. For right now. Jin Yang is defenseless. Not really, though. Like, that's what I have all these crossbows around for. I want to build a fortification with this guy, but I'm also just like, is it probably better for me to just keep shooting? This dude so desperately needs to heal. It's one cavalry down. I can instant build fortifications with you. So let's do that. You've got to come back to Handan. Preach it. Preach down in Roma. Another leader has started a sanction against me. Okay, that's just announcing. Killed off some of my infantry here, but that's also why we're making more infantry. Oh, you have a guy right here. Yeah, just deal with him for now. I guess the commander can hold the line there. My units here have first strike. Playing with slower eras is really nice, I bet. I imagine you can just like get a lot more done. A different vibe, but still pretty fun. You're going to head in there to start preaching next turn in Rome. I don't know what that coordinated attack would be. Oh, from the cavalry, probably. Yeah, because he's trying to heal. All right. That's fixed. Serta keeps flipping on me. The cavalry keep coming back, but they're getting weaker and weaker every time now, so... These guys can get to heal. Those guys get to heal. That's excellent. We're actually a step forward here. I'm going to create a Mandarin because I feel like we haven't done that in a while. And I'm sure there is stuff to be done on that front. Right, Commander, I'll move you there, and then you can slurp him up, and then trade them out. Rome transfers to our religion. You gonna chill. You gonna fortify. Realized I've never finished a save game through Conquest. Oh, it's been so fun in the past because you get to do things like build giant death robots, for example. So she's saying she gives me Dijanet, but receives Chalcas. I have a better idea. How about instead, I receive Dijanet. You receive nothing. And I also get Chalcas. Here's a better idea. How about I receive Chalcas and also I take your capital with all of your wonders and everything else in it. Does that sound like a good idea? Let's try that out.
The best investment.
Yeah? Great. Good peace treaty. Well, that cripples her. Have 3 army commanders. We've unlocked Prussia.
The best investment for 1 year is to grow grains. The best investment for 10 years is to grow trees. The best investment for a lifetime is to educate people.
Is to steal capital cities. Your specialist cap has increased. The nice thing about receiving Dijanet is that it is a holy city. But, you know, minor problem. Compared to a 26 city capital with 3 wonders. I think that's pretty much a no-brainer. Really is too powerful to banish forever. Oh, man. Now we got some troops. Now we got some troops. Where is my good commander? Here? Yes. So I want you in that army. I want you in this army. I want you to heal. I want you to move back and heal. So good. All parents want their children to grow up virtuous and wise, but there's so much disagreement on the best way to raise them. Some children learn best through practical experience, while others insist rigorous study is the only way to prepare for the real world. If the destination is the same, does the path truly matter? I'm going to take +1 science on specialists. As Confucius, we get a bunch of bonus to specialists, so that feels like an obvious build together. And I'm going to take Mastery of Education because I also get a relic out of it, which would be really cool. You have a few places we could get nice universities. Kind of. +1 science for each adjacent resource for each wonder. +1 science on quarters and exploration science buildings. This is meant to be a cultural city. So how about I build a kiln instead? You know what? Actually, this was meant to be a cultural city, but I'm really just exporting all of the silk here over to Athens, which is a way more cultural city. So this has actually been shifting towards a gold-based city. So I could build maybe an observatory and a university together, say up here. Here's some more silk for Athens, giving us 45 on that. 51 science in my capital. 15% gold. This would actually be better in Handan. Wow, no, hold on. Oh, I can't put them in Wasset. Wasset's making me 85 gold at the moment, but it's because it counts as a town and not a city. I have enough money to convert it to a city. But also, it's currently making me like 300 gold a turn. Which I can really put to good use. Do I want to build the wall here, or do I want to build something and build it here? I suppose it depends on where the rural districts are in Madrid. There's a mountain here. There's a mine. Sawmills and grists. I actually can't cut it all the way through. I'd be fine to build it there. Ooh, a gate. I think this is officially our longest section of bridge. I need to grow this town more. It needs to grow one more tile. Wasset is currently a growing town, but that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. An urban center would probably be pretty good. All the production gets turned into gold. All the town's food is sent to connected cities. +1 culture and science on all the quarters in this town, which has got to be a ton. So we'll see how that turns out. The clear war is finished. Confucius has made peace. Wasset is Taoist. Oh my god, I can't believe we're finally out of this war. Now, let's denounce this dweeb. He's gonna denounce me, we're gonna denounce him. I would like to improve relations here with Amina. I would also like to really improve relations with Charlemagne, but considering the fact that he, I think, is still allied to Isabella, and we're gonna have to wipe out Spain. Let's see what we can do there instead. Currently, you're just exploring down here. Converting some city, probably his capital. For sure, that's his capital. Wow, I love that one charge completely converts him. That's fantastic for us. Up in the north, this city is currently my best science city. So building an observatory science location down here next to this other observatory science university is probably a nice idea. I could also add a specialist. We're a little bit low on happiness here, but not terribly. I mean, this is the best option still. Legacy path for enlightenment. Achieve a total yield of 40 or more in a single non-tile center city. Single tile yield. Oof, okay. This is lots of food if we trade with Gao. There's some nice happiness stuff in here. But I feel like these are more plug-ins. So I think that Gao is probably a very nice spot for us to be trading with. We also should try trading with Ruin. This capital. So I'm going to actually just make one of these guys down here. And send him on his merry little way. This crossbow dweeb can hang out here in the city. I like to keep all of the cities as locked up as possible here. So you have cavalry trebuchet, probably 2 of these guys. Is going to be what I want. I'm going to want to keep healing. You're moving down into asset. And then I have this other defensive commander. So I think the reality is probably that I want to attack from Athens. And defend from Huayang. Oh, unless I go for Serta first, which is probably the better of my options here. Because I ought to be able to do that pretty quickly. I should wait until this settlement is at least done flipping, though, so I can work on my Great Wall. That army commander is just going to snooze town, USA. And we go keep building. He does have armies down here. Polly, good day. How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, we could upgrade the Great Wall here, but I'm starting to think about, like, what does this town need? And the answer tends to be production. Like, this is currently my military specs town. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. This town would benefit for some more culture stuff if we can chill out for a brief moment. Take a +7 here. Why not? You are another to be defensive army. You can't go that far, though. So let's just pull down here. Let these guys heal up. He needs an urban tile. This guy is going to snooze there on the fence. And we're just going to keep growing.
Bright are the city walls of the capital.
This picks us +1 science for each resource assigned to a city. +2 in cities other than our capital. So this should actually be like quite a lot. I feel like let's get rid of commune for now and pick up Baugia. That was like 50 science. We went from 163 to 211. 47 science? In a tight-knit village, small children reach underneath the chickens once again in the hopes of more eggs, while their mothers share dwindling supplies of rice down to the grain. There's not enough food to go around. More money or production towards building temples. All right, let's build some more temples, I suppose. This town could afford a specialist. I mean, alternatively, I could also pick up this mine here just to get the extra triple production. I probably should have done the specialist, though, considering that's what my quest is for. But what are you going to do? +2 resource capacity, +1 settlement limit. Not really a problem. We're at 9 out of 11. The Reformation could be very good for us right now. So let's grab that. Not enough food. Time to put the kids to work. Clearly they have a lot of free time if they have time to harass the chickens. I mean, I'm not sure exactly that's how it's working, but it doesn't sound that far off. I love how, like, this city is in rebellion, but this city is just like, yeah, I mean, we don't like it, but we're fine. We're cool. Definitely no Great Wall going down there. I guess building a sawmill and a grist mill here would be good. They can actually share the same spot. That city's fully built. Awesome. I just got my hostile relationship here with Serta. And he declared war on me. Fantastico.
The best investment for 1 year is to grow grains.
I've noticed a few of these seem to have like repeats. I guess that because that was a mastery. Curious. This would improve our bridges. Combat strength for infantry units would probably be really good for us, actually. Let's do that for 3 turns. Seeing as I just got war decked. You are gonna move 1. And then we're gonna just start dumping out units. Let him heal. You can attack the city. You can kill that settler that is for some reason protecting those guards. You're going to come out. You're going to come down. Isabella's completing some milestones. Create a settlement in distant lands. Build a fishing quay in a distant settlement. Create a settlement in distant lands. I'm a little bit worried that some of my stuff is just like not set up well enough. How are my towns for things like happiness? +9, +8, +5, +14, 14, 11, 2, 10, 6. Part of me is like just stack them in Athens because they have the culture. Dude, that volcano is erupting all the time. Okay, this guy still only has heavy archers. He doesn't even have crossbowmen. So I don't feel particularly threatened here. That's the city district destroyed, and this army commander has leveled up again. So land units within the command radius heal 5 HP after attacking, and I get a commendation. I kind of think I'm going to go +1 command radius here. Because that way I give first strike to more people, as well as 5 combat strength, and they heal after attacking. Because low-key, I'm not sure if like ranged attack is also going to be put into play there. But we should be able to take this back with relative ease. You got a bonus point. Can you give it to that cavalry? And can you just run in and kill that archer? And take the city? You sure can. Improve 3 wine. The French Empire is unlocked. Suppose that makes sense. Yeah, look at that command radius. That's so juicy. So we're going to keep this. We finally have our borders back. All we got to do now is take Madrid, and we can actually finish the wall all the way. Chalkis. Oh my god. Chalkis is ready. What? Why doesn't that touch? Is this some sort of joke? I need this town to keep growing. Build over the caravanserai. I can't build there. Yeah, all right. Let's I'm going to build a gristmill and a granary here. This town is so tiny, it is a problem. I could build a temple. The southwest and the west. That's actually not a bad spot for a temple because it's touching 2 wonders over here. Let's also build medieval walls in this settlement. So that is Great Wall, which means I want this, 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 and this to all be Great Wall. What? Is going on here with this? Oh, did they maybe not connect because it's a Ming Great Wall versus a regular Great Wall? I mean, that's something I can fix. Certainly. Right, because that's all Ming Great Walls. So maybe that's what I had to do. Maybe I actually had to replace them all with Ming Great Walls. It's a little annoying if so, but... Like your sweater, giving you a can I show you how to do algebra Picasso. I appreciate that. I like a good algebra. I like a good Picasso. A group of disgruntled eunuchs rally and approach the emperor, demanding better working conditions. As a marginalized group stripped of their past selves, they have no power, repurposed only to serve. You know what? I have the gold right now, so I'll put happiness towards a celebration. Then I can build that. And then I can do this. Oh my god, the wall! Yes! It's beginning to believe. Still don't understand what type of building district improvement can be built where. The wall can be built on rural slots. Basically, there's rural and urban, and that's the difference. And urban slots can be built on other urban slots. So every urban slot allows... There's no real good way to show this. But urban slots have 2 locations in them, so you can build like 2 spots. Now, how all the adjacencies work together, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around, but... Why can't I build across the river? Oh, I can! I just had to... So the problem here was I needed to build an urban tile to connect. So urban tiles have to grow from your city. And the problem I had was that I didn't build an urban tile here. This is a rural tile, a fishing boat. This is an urban tile, but it's touching a mountain and then a plantation. So I can't urbanize either of those. So I had to build an urban tile here, the ancient bridge, and then I was able to build over to the university. And so I should be able to keep snaking this around now and urbanize all these squares now that this is touching. The wall not connecting over city borders. So I think it's because they're Great Walls versus Ming Great Walls. They're 2 different eras, which is dumb, but fixable. Let's see. You are building a trade route here and giving me lots of new goodies. Wasset Town, Serta Town. These guys are all going to go in hand in, I think. I feel like production in my capital is still best. It is very funny because this is the age of exploration and you're meant to be doing things like settling all these places, and I'm not doing that, and I'm going to get punished really badly for it. I can already see that's the case. Ow! Yes. Wow, they just shot my general there for a ton of damage. What are you? A man-at-arms. Okay, I can one-tap that heavy archer, apparently. You can't attack him. Very unclear why that's the case. But if I move in, I can. Um, this is like, do I kill him with the knight? Or do I let him retreat? Or potentially hit somebody else? I think let's kill him with the knight. Might regret that one, but hard to say. Let him keep healing. I'm probably going to need to start pumping out some more troops soon. This guy has a -2 to me. We have 7 turns on this, so I'm going to support myself at least once here. Ranged and siege units get +3 combat strength. Here's the thing. I don't know what my infantry counts as right now. Because they're meant to be infantry, but I also think that they are ranged. So I'm going to pick that up. Low happiness in Wasset. Yeah, you ain't wrong. We probably should convert this to a city. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff here I couldn't build. All of these things add -3 happiness, though. I love the idea I could build a second Great Wall. Well, I guess I didn't think this through very well. Let's build a missionary. Some stuff over here is starting to flip again, so... $1.7 on happiness. You give 3 happiness, but also you don't have a lot of happiness to spare. We'll move those dates over. It seems like happiness in towns is just a lot harder to manage, so. All gold goods should go to Wasset now. Ooh, quite possibly. Quite definitely. $40 gold over here. My God. So that'll help. 73 gold coming from that city. Compared to Handan, which was absolutely not doing that. Do my cities have abysmal happiness? Take a couple of shots there at the very least. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't steamroller over things. Here's a bunch of more foreign imported stuff, giving us production and happiness. A few for happiness. My capital is pretty unhappy, so we should probably put something in here. Handan's not great. Wow, the computer has built their cities so much better than mine. It is really depressing. Who do I need to grow right now? Probably Serta Town. So let's add food. I can't add food. It has to be in a city. Let's add food to Jinyang then. And I guess Handan has terrible production, so let's give them a little extra production boost.
The gospel cannot be truly preached without.
Excellent. Now, we can get culture and religious happiness in cities that are converted to us, as well as golden science. These are probably both going to be a lot. We'll get rid of the golden science bonus here. I imagine that rationalism is 15%. It's got to be better than that. Like, this is like if I'm producing 15 science or 15 gold, then rationalism is pretty much better. Well, I guess it varies. It varies. It varies. Let's just start with culture and happiness right now, though, because I am severely worried about that perpetually. Handan grows. I need specialists. These specialists are the best specialists. And we're going to need another civic. Do I finally go up the most basic of trees here? +1 gold and happiness for every imported resource. That's actually quite a bit. Must be placed in the desert. That could be good for us. Colonialism, imperialism, influence on the palace. That would help our capital a lot. So maybe authority is actually the way to go here. Constructing a building on coast grants culture equal to 50% of its cost. Culture on culture adjacency, happiness on happiness adjacency, settlements and relics, settlements, social policy slot. Yeah, let's go authority. All plus gold goods should go to Wasset. Yes, yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a jumble, but... so we built the university down here. We're going to build an observatory in there with it. Max out that science. You guys over here... It's a lot of food bonuses. 15 food is kind of crazy. For each adjacent food and happiness building as well. Okay. There's a lighthouse here. We could also build a wharf. We could extend a wharf out there as well. I do feel like this place needs more urban tiles, so a ridiculous wharf blocking this river seems weirdly accessible. All right, and then we are still in the middle of a war, so... we might want to figure out what we're doing with that. These cavalry want to move back. That much I can promise. I think if I was to slurp him up and then deploy him here, he'd be able to move and get a free attack. Then we can unload on that man-at-arms. I think this guy can probably come down at this point. I'm going to let my knight just heal right there. Now we're 13 turns of unrest. Aha, yes. So the Ming wall is now connecting. I was correct about this. If that's the case, then this is hilarious, but we have to build more walls afterwards. Or we have to buy more walls. Oh, great wall. You know what's actually kind of funny is I could have just built my wall here and skipped those two. It would have been a little less snaky, but it would have actually been nicer looking. Didn't realize that this was how the walls were going to work. C'est la vie. I could also build one there, but that would cause it to fork. That doesn't make any sense, dudes. Great news is that this town is now done building the immediate things that it has to deal with. The bad news is that I am very much out of urban tiles. So let's just give him a little wharf for now. This guy's going to keep trying to grow so that he can extend the wall one more slot. He continues to be unfriendly with me. Lafayette loves us, though. He thinks we're helpful. My army commanders can move down a little bit. You can finish healing. Honestly, I am happy for these guys just to build up some fortifications and heal right now. I'm not in any other rush on any of this. I don't really need a fortification there, so let's just skip his turn. Fantastic. Oh, yes. Such a good wall.
From the new land of gold, a son of...
And we're bringing in some sort of heavier troops now. Let's grab shipbuilding so that we can start unlocking the final tiers here, like moving up into gunpowder. Tier 3 versions of our troops, pikemen and lancers. Okay, yeah, we do have... They count as infantry. They don't count as ranged. Yeah, because it says unique infantry unit. A Cat 5 Hurricane off the coast. We've met another civilization, Xerxes. Man. I still continue to be shocked to find other civilizations. That being said, we're not doing a great job exploring the other side of the world. We've been caught so much in the nonstop war. Some universities could be nice. +9 here would go well. So these guys are unique Mamluk units. Get wrecked. Let's see, I think let's just do this. Now we have a nice wall to the wall that we can hold with. That is a catapult, which I didn't notice. So let's shoot it and mostly kill it. And we're 10 out of 11. Yeah, I mean, I want Madrid as my last city, so my goal here is just turn this out for 4 more turns and then make peace. If I take Madrid, I might also be able to just get Zaragoza in the peace treaty. I genuinely am not sure if they'd be willing to give it to me. That army commander has no HP left. But I don't think I can reach him with anybody. Or can I? If I use coordinated strike, my knights will reach. That's curious, because they wouldn't reach otherwise. Reach adjacent resource, adjacent wonder, exploration, production buildings. I'm going to keep building Jinyang up as a bit of a military city. This commander here has gotten another promotion. We're going to give him fortified districts in the city when stationed in the city center. Oh, so he adds HP to the walls if he himself is sitting in the city center. That's kind of neat. I don't mind that. This missionary is looking for some rural tiles to pass around to. And then can also hit up these rural tiles. If I can find one. Caravanserai, I suppose. I took 9 damage. He takes 72. Wow, it is so much different when you are fighting not a military empire. Holy moly. Absolutely nonsense, the difference. I mean, I guess let's keep pumping out missionaries. We'll expand our fortifications a little bit here as well. Honestly, I kind of feel like let's just keep moving people out bit by bit and just moving the fortification border down further and further. That dude's going to snooze because he's going to be the guard for the city. Taoism.
I have collected all the writings and burnt those which were of no use.
I don't know if I agree with that. Vassalage, we're not suzerain of anybody, so. Borg, hello. Bong de jour. How we doing? +1 social policy slot, +1 social policy slot. Borobudur is ageless. All buildings gain +1 happiness adjacency on navigatable rivers. Yeah, that's really nice. I think I need both of these to get sovereignty anyway, so this should help us fix up a little bit of the problems on that front. Goodbye, archers. Arriva Turchies. Absolutely just gunning it. Why is this Xerxes? Oh, because he's Mongolia. Okay. So far, Mongolia has the best soundtrack. I wonder what the other religious capital is. Probably Axum. We are 19% of the world, so we're doing well, but we're actually like not that far ahead. And I am constantly fighting a majority here. My wall get damaged with that? No, surprisingly, it did not. If I built a temple down here, we could get a whole bunch of happiness. Which seems like maybe a good idea, considering how bad happiness is in that city. And I'm just going to keep urbanizing with sort of the more useless stuff. This guy's making money, so the guild hall is arguably the best thing I can build here. Let's build it up here. I don't know how I meant to get single tile yield up to 40. But I bet I can get out of this war. He's going to reject. Okay. If this is the case, I'm going to schlorp. And I'm going to start moving. We can move a lot of guys down here. Citra has been flipped again. Still in unrest. How much does to buy us a missionary? 400 bucks. It's kind of a lot. Is there another crisis for this age? There should be. Trying to remember where it shows. Okay, we have a couple of points here. We don't have any cultural paths. Collect and display 6 relics. Where does it show that? Crises. Yeah. So again, it's probably 70% for the crises. I'm going to start trying to work on happiness at this point, because I don't want to go through what we went through last time.
If shipbuilding art were in the wood, ships would exist by nature.
You get to expand. Unfortunately, I do think I'm going to have to put a specialist out. Just going to hurt my happiness. But that's 3 out of 4 specialists. Getting there, man. Menagerie, base yield +5 happiness. Pavilion gets happiness on quarters, exploration, cultures, and buildings. I mean, it's not as if I'm going to be giving up war anytime soon, so... A shipyard, perhaps? Why not? Little extra production. Guy's got nowhere to build a grist mill, which is very surprising. We could give him a shipyard as well. Just keep things cooking. We got 6 more turns. So I want to save up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably like 1,500 gold for the Great Wall. I reckon should suffice. Guys, stop flipping my cities. What are you? Lafayette. Shawnee. Hiccup Kilini. This looks like a missionary of some kind. Which I think is probably what's flipping me around here. So let's just keep pumping out more missionaries. We're going to go here, and then we're just going to dump. And we're going to take this city. Now, I don't want this city. Do I want any of your other cities? No. I want Madrid. Madrid is the only other city I want right now. Opponent in current and future war will gain 1 bonus war support against you. I don't even think I need to burn this down, if I'm going to be honest. I think I just want to get out of this war, so... I'm going to give him back Liabella? La Liabella? On the bright side, my religion did automatically spread to it for taking it over. And now my army commander, who is somewhere, My army commander who has vanished. Oh, there he is. He can slurp up all the people and we can get moving on Madrid. So for whatever reason, Jin Yang has been flipped. I would also now like to do reconciliation with him. Merge so many units around just to fix this problem. You know, I guess actually I could just say add to army if I move these commanders away far enough. Maybe that's a better idea. Really wanted to buy this game, but I didn't pre-order it. Now I'm seeing a less than 50% positive rating on Steam and debating I should do it. Dodged a bullet? No. A lot of people... So here's the thing. All the people who are reviewing it on Steam right now are the people who bought into early access. So they paid an additional, like, $40. They paid like $120 to get access to the game. So their expectations are a lot higher than everybody else. Most of the problems in the review are things that shouldn't have been present this late in the game, but they are. The UI, for example, is like really bad, but everything else is just like there's a couple of bugs, there's some balance stuff. There are some things that need fixing, but they should get worked out over time, preferably within like a couple of patches. I think we're going to see the rating climb pretty quickly, so. And honestly, like, it's a lot of fun to play. I am still enjoying it very thoroughly. We have to decide where we want this Great Wall. And I also want to decide, can I destroy buildings? That's a wonder. Ugh. Is there really no way to... A great example of this is like, I can't remove a building. So I actually can't complete my Great Wall. Unless I form another city out here. No, because there's a temple here, so I can't build it through that either. What I could do is I could fortify these with medieval walls. They're not going to be great walls, but they can be medieval walls. And then I just need this city to grow one more. My God, unless I make it a city, I can't build fortifications out there either. Don't Civ games and games in general all start out with negative ratings? Generally, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty common. Civ especially has always had really bad ratings right off the top. Golden rule is never pre-order, and I do agree with that. Sometimes they'll give you stuff, but often that is a bad, shady way for them to do business, so. Man, Serta is a size 21 town. I actually wouldn't mind making this a city. Like, it's low-key a really good spot. So we're going to build some medieval walls here, and they're going to be what completes our wall. I could run it down here and here and here as well, if I wanted to just extend it a bit. Currently it goes into mountains though, so I don't know that I need to. KCD was 150 AUD pre-order. Now it's 135 for some reason. You can get it for even cheaper than that if you look around as well. That's the funny thing. Age of Wonders 4 started well. I would disagree on that. Age of Wonders 4 was really, really messy. It looked really good out the box, but then it actually had all sorts of real ridiculous shenanigans in it. Like the balance was very much all over the place. Dude, these Shawnee religious guys are sweeping me right now. I guess Shawnee gets really good religious units. Yay, the wall. It's great. It's in 2 parts, unfortunately, but it is still a great wall. I would argue it's a very great wall. Seven turns for a missionary is not very good for me. I need happiness, so we got to start prepping for this. This town is actually like pretty good for happiness, but I think any town that I can build a little bit of extra happiness in, I probably want to do. Otherwise, I'm just going to start pumping out missionaries wherever I can. Every game is messy at start for like 10 years. Started better than this one, but it's a scale, right? I guess that's exactly it. Everything's kind of a mess. Can you schlorp? No. All right, let's get going that way. Counter spy. Already running an instance of a single action diplomatic action. Okay, it doesn't show it, so I wouldn't have known, but yeah, dude, these Lafayette guys are just coming through and they're slaying. I bet you Lafayette is the guy who has +1 charge on missionaries. But look at it, they got Neckin. All of my work has basically been undone by 2-3 missionaries that came across. Good grief. That's bad. Consoles are stuck paying whatever Microsoft Sony sets the price at. Yeah. Need a PC that's over 1,000 in order to run modern games. Oh God, at least. Be lucky if you can get away with it for that cheap. Did I decide that there was a way to cut this through? No, I actually decided there wasn't. So I could bring a wall down to here. But that's it. Or I can build it into Madrid and then across Madrid. Assuming I can take this city quick enough. How do I determine whether town versus city and what are the differences? The towns produce goods. The cities devour goods. Is the basic thing. Towns can be built up with gold, while cities can be built up with production. And you can slot different things into towns versus cities in terms of resources. So it varies from spot to spot. Chalcus is producing 50 culture. What? Oh, probably because I built so many Great Wall segments. That's definitely what it is. That's guaranteed what it is. That's so funny. They're a growing town, but they don't need to be anymore. Quarters in this town. I mean, this is kind of a hub town right now. I would argue. Let's do that and just pump out some more influence with it. Consoles are always cheaper. Generation potentially lasts longer. Yeah. Exactly like New York, the towns just produce goods that the city devours. That's the key. It's got to be the little bit of balance on it, right? Okay. I think I turned 90. We're going to cut this YouTube video here. We're going to come back for another one. So we hope everybody on YouTube joins us next time as we continue on expanding our Great Wall and probably getting rid of Spain in the next episode.